Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from wherever you're joining us from. Greetings from the National Productivity Development Department of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security here in Lusaka, Zambia. You are welcome to our 5th edition of the Productivity Z360 for 2025. It is my honor and pleasure to host you and to invite all of you to participate in this very good program. Today is a special day because we are hosting the Deputy Permanent Secretary, Dr. Lewis Mwape, all the way from Eastern Province, Chipata. So we are very glad that we can be represented in all our provinces. And we are looking at Agile Project Management for enhanced productivity growth or improvement. So before I even get into the details of this discussion, allow me just to give you a little bit of some background in case you are joining us for the first time. So the Productivity Z360 Expert Talk was designed in 2023 and was launched by the Minister of Labor and Social Security, Honorable Brenda Mwikatambatamba, to provide a platform for experts to interact with the ministry on matters relating to productivity. And from 20 inviting various experts to this program. And last month, we featured Dr. Rosia Siatrombo, who is the proprietor of Great North Academy, who brought us different inspirational messages on how you can build systems that enhance productivity in the workforce. We also previously have featured various eminent persons who have brought different perspective of productivity, and this has helped us indeed to understand productivity in the nation, even as we implement the National Productivity Policy that was launched in 2021. So today we are here yet with another very important topic, project management. You do agree with me that everything we do is a project. If I want to build a house, that's a project. If I want to deliver service to the public, that's a project. If I want to do any service delivery that is quality, that is effective, that is efficient, it has to be managed very well. And so today, looking at the complexity of issues surrounding our environment, how then do we place this project management that is very responsive to the environment? So today we are going to have this discussion brought to us by Dr. Lewis Mwape, like I said, who is Deputy Permanent Secretary, Eastern Province. And just a little bit more of Doc. He actually has a degree or a PhD degree in project management and planning, which he obtained in 2024. He also has a PhD in local governance and policy influencing. Apart from that, he also has other master's degree, among them Master of Science in Project Management Diploma at professional level. He also has a BSc in Political Science and International Relations. He has a BSc in Mathematics and Physics with Education. He's got certificate in teaching. He also completed a certificate course in policy analysis and economic literacy for budget accountability for governments. So Dr. Mwape has membership to various professional bodies. He's a full member of the Project Management Association of Zambia. He is also an associate member of the Zambia Institute of Planners and immediate past chairperson for the Zambia Tax platform. Among other skills that our presenter brings to us is that he's got more than 13 years experience in education and training and has taught at all levels of our education system, from primary, secondary, where he taught physics and mathematics, and university, where he's taught development project appraisal. So he has more than 14 years of experience in NGO at middle and senior levels and worked as chief executive or executive director for 7 years. He has therefore the capacity to manage both technical and technical and human resources. So Dr. Mwape is a content policy analyst and monitoring and evaluation specialist. I think for those of you that have been glued to our social or to our media, print and digital media, you agree with me that there are a lot of appearances of Dr. Mwape in the space. So before he went to Eastern Province, he was actually in Northern Province in his capacity as Deputy PS. And he's been bringing us so many projects that the province is undertaking, and they're monitoring and evaluating and executing and also disseminating on the impact of these projects to the nation and to the citizens of Eastern Province. So with all this said about our presenter this morning, it is now my honor and privilege to bring on stage Dr. Lewis Mwape.
Good morning, Yvonne.
And welcome to Z360 Expert Talk.
Thank you very much, Yvonne, for that explanation, some of which I'm not aware. I'm happy to get that feedback. You forgot one thing, Yvonne, that at the time of conceptualization of the policy, the productivity policy, I think we worked together when I was a director of research and strategy at FFTUZ. But anyway,
very
our
important.
topic, yeah.
Very important. So he's a productivity champion, so to say, who spearheaded actions around the of productivity. Just ever policy productivity. So today is not as I have said. So I will step out on stage and allow Dr. Mwape to give us the presentation. Should I share the presentation?
Yes.
Okay. So you can give the preamble as I am sharing, Doc.
Okay, maybe before you even share the presentation, which is even just a small package, but as you did your intro, project management has been a very essential tool to enhance productivity. And in many government projects, ever since I think the coming of the new Dawn administration, our president has been championing the 3 pillars of enhancing project delivery, and this one is what we can say in project management as the project triangle. And in this triangle, there are 3 main issues that which are there. One of them is the issue to do with cost. The other one is the issue to do with quality. The other one is to do with the time. So in the delivery of the project, these 3 constraints are very important, and I think these are the main issues that have been define the project. I think this is what is very important. And if you look at the scope, a management of the scope, the management of the scope of is to do with how do you ensure that the project is delivered in the stipulated time? How do you ensure that the quality which is designed from the beginning is delivered within the appropriate cost. In short, we set the parameters, the three parameters, which needs to be complied to, and ensure that they are religiously followed and deliver the project. And once this is done, then you are sure that the productivity will be enhanced. And as a country, I think there is a need for us to ensure that we embrace the tenets of project management in order for us to achieve the productivity that we desire. And when we achieve the productivity we desire, when productivity is enhanced, we are going to score in many areas. First of all, we are going to ensure that the economic transformation is achieved. Second, we are going to also look at the other social aspects like improved human development, such as reduction in poverty and improving the living conditions of our people. So productivity is a very, very important, and I think it's very, very important that the Ministry of Labor has been championing this very, very important topic, and we need the support of everybody to ensure that we achieve what we are talking about. Then for today's topic, we are talking about the Agile Project Management for enhanced productivity. I think from here, we can first begin to look at what do we mean when we talk about Agile Project Management. In a simple explanation, there are many methodologies that can be used to implement projects. One of the commonest ones is project cycle management. I think this is a very, very useful, especially in many economic and social projects, both in Africa and also in the Asian countries. I think it's a very good. The other methodology is what is called the Agile project management. Maybe the difference between the two is that the Agile project management approach follows a pattern of what are called the sprints or boxes, where projects are broken down into appropriate phases. And once that is done, implementation is done based on that particular deliverables. Yeah, so it's a flexible way of implementing projects, and you learn as you go. And if there are certain risks that needs to be managed within that particular issue or particular phase, you manage, you identify them, you set them, and then you ensure that the product is to the satisfaction of the customers. And I think this is what we need, especially that this government, especially the government of President Hakainde Hichilema, which has gone even in miles to accelerate the devolution of government, especially fiscal decentralization, where we have seen the increment in the CDF, especially the community projects. Yeah, and supporting our people in terms of grants, supporting our people in terms of loans. Then the question needs to be, how do we ensure ensure that the projects that are implemented under the CDF are able to produce expected deliverables, are able to produce the designed results. So for us to achieve this, it means that we need also to change the approach in which we are implementing the projects. And so the tenets of project management needs to be one of those tools that needs to be used to deliver such kind of project. Whether it be community projects, we may either use the project cycle management, and in the project cycle management, there is the emphasis of the participation of the community members. And I think in the decentralization aspect, what we are seeing is that, yes, there is a participation of what development committees, but to what extent do they influence, for example, the project implementation, especially community projects, which are usually implemented by uh, private sector. But then we go to another sector where we, as government, we are providing resources to community members at very, very local level in terms of loans and grants. So the need also to ensure that we strengthen the project management skills at local level. We support them, our women clubs, our women cooperatives, so that they are able to apply project management tools in order for the projects which are submitted to councils that they produce results, intended results. And this is what will enhance productivity. And there are so many projects that our people, our women clubs, our small scale entrepreneurs, which are implementing after getting loans. But the question we still remain to ask is, what are we getting out of it? Are these projects being productive? Yeah. So I think these are some of the issues that we need to understand and work together as cooperating partners, as community members and citizens groups. Yeah, within the community structures, community governance structures, to ensure that whatever we are getting from government is able to produce relevant results. So basically, this is what we are talking about. And when we are talking about productivity, it is the producing results with minimum cost, and also at minimum expected time. In short, we need to ensure that projects do deliver results within the given time frame, because many times we have seen that, especially the public projects, that they have never been delivered on time. And so there are a number of issues that needs to be adjusted to ensure that projects, first of all, are efficient. So the one pillar in the productivity cycle is that you need to, it's the pillar of efficiency and effectiveness. And effectiveness and efficiency deals with utilization of time and utilization of other resources, including finance. So the more we appreciate to utilize our resources which are actually constrained in a more efficient and effective time, it is likely that our country is going to be more productive and also paying attention to issues of quality. For example, I gave an example of CDF project. One of the challenges that we have had in the CTF projects is timely delivery, and also the issue of the quality of the products that we are getting. And so we are happy to see that institutions that have been charged to ensure that projects are managed well, there is now emphasis on the quality uh, project delivery, which is very, very important. So this is for us, this is very, very important in the achievement of enhanced productivity. Yeah. My internet.
Doc, are we good?
No? Do you have the
I don't know why
hello?
I don't know why I'm failing to share.
No, it's fine. If you are not able to share, it's okay.
So
Okay,
to our
so
listeners, if you have any comment or any question that you'd want to ask, you just go on the chat box and ask the question. Thank you.
maybe before we even go to, except that you can't share the word, but there are two triangles that I discussed, and the first one I used the traditional project triangle, which I talked about the time, cost, and the quality. But when we talk about the agile triangle, we are more interested in the value and the quality, especially the customer satisfaction. I think for that it is very, very important to underscore in this aspect. And also the issue of managing the project cycle. When we talk about the project cycle, we are talking about just about the four main issues that we can talk about, which is project initiation, project planning, project execution, and project closure. And I think when we are talking about Agile Project Management. In a project cycle approach, we plan the entire project from the beginning. In the Agile Project approach, we plan what we call the sprints. So which makes the work to be first of all very flexible, and also makes the delivery of the project deliverables very very easy and very flexible. And I think there is a lot of also learning in the process. And the emphasis in focusing on risk management. I think for you to to deliver the project effectively, there is need for project implementation to be risk sensitive. And I think this is what is very, very important in the Agile approach. So in the Agile approach, again, we are talking about that the project tasks are divided into smaller equal durations and time frames called the time boxes, which usually deliver specific features for a release. So in that aspect, you find that as we implement those projects, you reduce the rate of project failure. And in productivity, one of the key issues that should always be avoided is project failure. So you look out for factors that may cause failure, like ensuring that people that are assigned on the projects are skilled, people that are working in those sprints are able to follow time religiously, and ensuring that the cost aspects are also observed clearly. We also see that with these iterations, the work items are further refined and delivered frequently to the customer. So the client, in some cases in public projects who are usually the government, we need to ensure that these projects are managed as sprints and that the contractors are followed to ensure that they deliver on the time boxes, because some of these projects are very, very critical to transform our economy. They are very, very important to also enhance our development and change just the entire development trajectory of our country, and also the living conditions. And so there is need that for us to deliver on that aspect, we need to be to ensure that projects are managed properly. In some countries, like for example in South Africa, there is in the ministry responsible for finance, there is what is now developed as called the project office. So the project office is responsible to document projects. The project office is also responsible to ensure that the projects, once signed, contracts signed, the plans are followed, managed, and ensuring that they are delivered in good time. Like for us in this country, we have a number of road projects. We have a number of energy projects, solar plant projects. So our commitment to ensure that each of these build is incremental in terms of features. It's important that features are completed first. The final build holds all the features required by the customer. So we have all those issues where the features, the sprints are managed well, and at the time of delivery, all the features of the project in terms of Agile are managed, are delivered at the same time. The other issue, maybe that which we can call as the principles in the Agile, like I have indicated earlier. One of them is, what is that say? In Agile project management, we focus on what is called iterative development. This is breaking down work into smaller, manageable chunks and delivering work solutions in short cycles. This is important because the project team will be focusing on smaller chunks of work, and it is easy for the project to easily deliver on the intended deliverables. The second principle is that in Agile project management, there is what we call flexibility. In this case, there is embracing change and adapting to new requirements or priorities. I think if for us, like in this country, we have seen that the president again has come up with what is known as the presidential delivery unit. The presidential delivery unit works in the pattern like the Agile project management. Presidential delivery unit is a very, very example of Agile project management, because even with it, we see the characteristics of iterative development. We are also seeing flexibility. We are also seeing collaboration, which is also another pillar, which is cross-functional teams work together to deliver value. But what is even more important is the customer focus, which is prioritizing customer needs and feedback, and also ensuring that when it comes to project selection, there is issue to do with prioritization based on the projects with high impact and value. So this is what makes Agile project management to enhance productivity in project management. Then the last principle in the Agile project management is reflecting on processes and improving them. Remember, for you to implement the project, you need the inputs, but these inputs needs to be processed. So the focus on the processes is very, very important. And as I gave even an example of CDF project, our either focus on the project's processes is very, very important for us to deliver the quality products, and also to enhance productivity. That's the only way we can change from our traditional and routinized way of managing our projects or development programs, but projectizing the project or development to ensure that projects are able to produce results. So if you look at the Agile Project Management, you see that in the Agile Project Management, there is a focus on faster time to market, where we deliver working solutions quickly. And when solutions are delivering quickly, it means that we are delivering development, and we are also ensuring that the projects deliver on the intended purpose and goal, including the objectives. On Agile project management, again, or on the other side, if we look at productivity, productivity also focuses on increased output, that is producing more in less time. So if you can produce more in less time, it means that you can quickly deliver development to your customers, to the citizens of the country if it is public projects, which is why as government we are focusing on in ensuring that the productivity is achieved in our project endeavor. The second part of Agile project management is improved adaptability. Adaptability is very important. The projects need to adapt because it is implemented in a different environment. And so a project needs to respond to change and the uncertainty. And that's why we need to use Agile project management to ensure that we can break this into smaller chunks so that where the project is not well adapted, you can quickly move in and adapt it, and you can check quickly the uncertainties in the environment. And on the productivity side, we see the focus on the improvement in quality. So delivering high quality work is very important for us to achieve high productivity. So there is need for us to look at how can we adopt the tenets of Agile project management to have high productivity or to enhance productivity in our development projects. The other one is also enhanced collaboration. On Agile project management, there is focus on enhanced collaboration, so encouraging teamwork and communication. Many projects have failed, especially the public projects, because we do not enhance and encourage teamwork. So that's why in the new Dawn government, the president has been emphasizing on the one government principle. I think with one government principle, it is easy for us to enhance collaboration and also ensuring that we are working as teams so that the project from Ministry of Labor are not treated as an isolated by the Ministry of Education. So that's why Agile project management could be a very, very important tool that we could apply in delivering our projects to the public in order to enhance productivity. I think with that, we also see with productivity where we see that in productivity, there is need also to ensure that we have reduced stress, ensuring that managing workload effectively. And for you to manage the workload effectively, it means that the work breakdown structure, which is one of the issues that the Agile project management focuses on, is one which is adopted. So that way, we also ensure that this works well. Hello? Yes, Yvonne, are there questions? I'm getting closer to the end.
Okay, no, you can get to the end. I haven't received any question on the chat.
Hello?
I haven't received any question on the chat, so you can get to the end and then we will engage.
Hello?
Hello, DPS. I'm saying you can get to the end and then we will engage.
Oh, all right. Okay, okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so maybe we look at ways in which we can boost productivity using the Agile project management. One of the ways we can boost productivity is first of all to set clear goals, establishing the priorities and the objectives. In this case, we have seen that in some of the projects that we are implementing, especially the community projects, one of the missing issues links is the clarity in terms of the goals, also clarity in terms of objectives, priorities in terms of project implementations. So we have seen that many projects take a long time to be completed. But when you go down to monitor the project, you find that one of the issues which is coming out of that is that the project from the beginning had no clear goals, even in the clear timelines. And so the project tend to drag on and on and on. And so it becomes very, very important for, especially for the public projects, to ensure that the goals of the projects are set well, they are established, priorities and objectives, and this will be able to ensure that community projects, development projects are delivered in good time and in good quality. The other issue that we can also talk about to boost productivity using Agile project management is prioritize tasks. So we see that when you go into project inspection or project monitoring, you find that the community projects are not focusing on high priority tasks. And I think this is what we need to do. And we are sure that when we build the capacity of our local authorities, we will build the capacities of our local contractors, because you know that as government we have been emphasizing on utilizing the local contractors in the delivering of local projects, especially CDF projects. So our capacity of local contractors, who are usually small scale entrepreneurs or contractors, is to ensure that our contractors are able to develop clear goals, are able to develop objectives, because project management helps to define clear goals, objectives, and deliverables. And the deliverables are also supposed to be defined in a more defined way in terms of quality, cost, and in how much time should they be delivered. So the use of productivity tools becomes also very important. And we're talking about leveraging tools such as to-do list, the Gantt chart, and the project management softwares, which mostly our engineers could utilize. But you find that in terms of managing the project sequences, you find that it is not happening very much. So on the other side, project Agile management could achieve this enhanced productivity by ensuring that there is effective time management, and under effective time management, we see that project management involves creating schedules, setting deadlines, and allocating resources, which help a team to manage their time efficiently and stay on track. And I think if you look at this in our public projects, we find that the issues of setting deadlines, allocating resources, and also managing the time efficiently and staying on track is what is making many of our projects to drag for a long time. And also, I think also to boost the productivity, we need also to minimize these distractions. So managing interruptions and staying focused is very important for us to remain focused and ensure that we enhance the productivity. So in this case, project team management still becomes very important, and also ensuring that we manage our project risks becomes very important. But in summary, what we can only say that there is need for us to introduce the level of project tenant in our management of public projects, especially if we are to deliver to the expectation of our citizens. So project management becomes a key. And let me just even take this opportunity even to thank the Ministry of Finance and the Investment Directorate, who are working very closely with the Institute of Project Managers in ensuring that they participate in the development of frameworks that would be able to help improve the management of public projects and deliver the intended results to the public. And I'm sure that the president is in the hurry to deliver development to the people of Zambia. But this also depends on how we projectize the development. And I think the platform such as the Presidential Delivery Unit is a very important thing, because for us to deliver this, we need to ensure that we focus on the evidence-based development, and so generation of data becomes very important. Monitoring and evaluating our projects and our development also becomes very important. And so it is up to those that have been given the leadership to manage the public sector. All of us who are in provinces, who are overseeing projects, also to be conscious that project delivery becomes key and support the head of state, ensuring that all projects that are initiated in our provinces are able to deliver in time, are able to deliver with good quality, are also be able to deliver within the specified budgetary constraint. And so we need to build the capacity of our administrations in various provinces, in various ministries, to ensure that projects that we are initiating in the ministries, projects that we are initiating in the provinces, in the departments, are, are compliant to the tenets of project management. So moving together it will be very, very important, and we will be available, some of us, and I think even as the Institute, Project Management Institute of Zambia, will be available to support in various ways and to collaborate with even the presidential delivery units, including the ministerial and ministerial delivery units. So, which would require a lot of capacity in terms of data generation and also evaluating to ensure that we move from just measuring the output, but also ensuring that we are able to measure the outcome and the impact of the investment that the public resources which are being invested to deliver change, improving the livelihood of the people, transforming our economy, so that tomorrow we can be a nation that is developed by its own citizens by applying various managerial techniques, including project management, to ensure that we reduce on the level of wastage of public resources, especially human, material, and financial resources, including time. Time wasted, it means that we are wasting to deliver the development to our people. I think that is what I would like to say, and
Hello, Doc. You logged out on the other device.
hello.
Okay. All right. So thank you very much for the important insights that you have brought to us this morning. I know there could have been one or two people that were struggling with internet, because I was getting some messages that internet is really breaking. But from my end, I think I've really benefited from your thoughts on Agile Project Management. And just to summarize the issues that you've emphasized, the issues of quality, the issues of cost, and the issues of time are very important in terms of managing a project. And that is what I think I picked. And then I also picked the different principles that I think our viewers should also be able to go away with. When we are managing projects, we must know that we are managing this project on behalf probably of those that have given us the resources. And it is very important to know how to do them. So Doc here has given us a formula of how we can be helped in terms of, first of all, getting the principles of Agile Project Management, where we split the project items into smaller manageable work tasks. And there should also be some kind of flexibility, and also we should be very clear on the structure, on who is doing what and whose role is it to do the other. But what is very important, which the doc has mentioned, is the issue of customer satisfaction. So customers are always looking for quality products. They are always looking for timeliness in how we deliver these projects. They are also looking at how much money we are using to ensure that these projects are delivered. But much more, I think, which has come out from this presentation is how you can combine these principles with the productivity principles. So how do you utilize various productivity tools in terms of how you can deliver your project successfully? So he talked about different approaches where we can look at probably even behavioral aspect of it. How do we manage the structures? How do we manage people? And many others. I hope you have benefited from this. So the presentation can be shared with you. All you need is just to send me an email on yvonne.nawila@mlss.gov.zm, and I'll be able to share the presentation. But it will still be, the live transmission of this will still be available on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel on Productivity ZM 360. So it has been a very good time having you, Doc. Let me bring you back on stage to give your closing remarks.
Very, very good summary. Our customers are the people. And when we are talking about customer satisfaction in the Agile Project Management, we are talking about ensuring that our people, the taxpayers, are satisfied with the type of projects that we are implementing as government. And so it will be very, very important for us as government to ensure that Agile project management becomes the way to go. Just following the project management tenets becomes institutionalized in public service to ensure that work packages are not just routinized, but also reduced in smaller ways in delivering what we need to deliver to our people. In delivering development, we may need to ensure that we use some skills or parameters or tenets of project management for us to enhance productivity. When we enhance productivity, I think there is also need to for the leaders, we the leaders, to be also not only cautious but also conscious of delivering satisfactory results to the Zambian people, to the citizens of this republic. And so we I think coming from the Project Management Institute, I think we emphasize on the ensuring that we manage time properly. Uh, the length of projects should be reduced and aligned to the designed time within that project. We should avoid to prolong project delivery because that also has a telling on other pillars on the triangle. For example, when you you prolong on time, it will have a telling on cost. Some projects extensions are not necessary because that increases the project cost. The when we are talking about quality management is also another factor that we need to manage in government. For example, if you build a school and you come and look at a school for 1908, which looks better than a school which was constructed maybe 5 years ago, then it tells you on the level of quality. And so we must ensure that what we are doing are durable, we are producing quality deliverables, and that will make our people to be more satisfied. So thank you very much to host me on this platform. It's a rare privilege, and thank you very much. And we thank our listeners, our viewers who followed us on this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Doc. Indeed, this has been a learning opportunity for us and most of the viewers. I hope we'll be able to implement what you have provided for us. We are so grateful. We know your office is very busy, but we are grateful that you took your time to prepare the discussion and also give us 1 hour of your attention. So from the Ministry of Labor, on behalf of the leadership of the ministry, we are grateful and we wish you all the best in your deliberation, and we look forward to more engagement. And our viewers, those of you that joined us for the first time, please do subscribe to the Productivity Z360 channel and follow us. And if it is possible, click the notification button. We usually bring this program every first week, either a Tuesday or a Thursday, depending on and so in concluding this discussion, I wish to thank you all for joining us and hope to see you again next time when we hold a similar discussion. So God bless you and have a productive week. Thank you very much.